pretty straightforward stuff. We have numbers written in scientific notation, and we do that all the time in chemistry because a lot of times the numbers we work with are very, very big or very, 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 very small. Here we have 3 numbers written in scientific notation, and we're going to conserve the sig figs and get this done. I'm going to do this 2 ways. One is just using a simple calculator, and another one with scientific calculator. So let's write this down so I can switch to my calculator screen. All right, 6.6 divided by 8.8 divided by 2.5. 0.3, that's our coefficient. As long as you get 0.3 as your coefficient from that divided by that divided by that, okay? So we're on the same page. Get there. We don't need a calculator to add or subtract these numbers on the exponents, which is what we need to do, right? So we need to take 6, and since we're dividing, we're going to subtract the exponents because they have the same base. So 6 minus a 2, 6 minus a negative 2 is 8, right? And then 8 minus a 3, because this is still dividing, is 5. Sometimes you'll see something like this, left like that, but this feature proper scientific notation is written with the coefficient as a number, right? So the coefficient is a number that's greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. So how do we do that? We need to move this decimal 1 place to the right. So let's rewrite that, 3, decimal there. And while we're here, let's take care of the sig figs. 2, 2, 2. In all our measurements, we have 2 significant figures. We're multiplying, dividing, so we need 2 in our answer. We need the times 10. We can't just move decimals and not adjust the exponent. That's just like playing by your own rules, and no, don't do that. We just increase the coefficient, so we need to decrease the exponent. So there you go, that's the answer. Be right back. I just saw somebody walking up my driveway. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this in one shot using your calculator. So if you have a calculator, just use it. Let the calculator do all the work for you. Using our calculator and letting the calculator do all the work, this is the way to do it. If you have a TI 8446 at 6.6, now when you see the times 10, you're going to hit that E key, and that'll let the calculator know this is one scientific notation number instead of multiple numbers and multiple operations, and you making a boo-boo because you don't have parentheses or something like that. That's 6.6 times 10, and I'm just going to put the exponent there, 6. All right, now that was my numerator, divided by 8.8. This is the denominator. Now on the bottom is 8.8 times 10, so hit that second comma, get that E there. All right, and then just, you don't have to raise it afterwards. It already knows to do that. It's -2. All right, then we're going to divide again because the number next to it is also in the denominator. So that's 2.5 times 10 is that second comma, at least on my version, to the 3. All right, hit enter. That's just the raw number. But so now let's go back here, and if you want, you can do the sig figs manually. So 30,000 is the correct answer to this computation. And now it wants it in scientific notation. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you get this right there. And you know you need 2 sig figs, and that's how you get there. So you get the same answer. If you use your scientific calculator, you'll just have to do the sig figs, and sometimes if the number is not big enough or small enough, it won't write it in scientific notation for you. So you'll just have to convert it manually.